Imagine that's not even his kid. Just looking at someone else's kid. Oh my god. Oh my god. The child has blonde hair. Oh my god. Johan went and fucked his wife. I should have known. Johan's fucked in the head. Of course he's gonna fuck his wife. Of course. You ever just sneeze so badly that you feel like your throat just completely died? That's me right now. Alright. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Monster. We're going a little bit stir, waiting for the monster. What did he say? The monster inside me is getting bigger and about to come or something? Anyway, that's right. We are back with episode 55. Previously, the prison break. Or, well, prison transport break, I guess. There was an escape. Tenma and the other guy, the other prisoner guy, decided to escape. Honestly, the escape was kind of bullshit. I will say that. I found the escape to be very, very dumb. Like, there were some very, very dumb things that happened. I mean, the escape itself was like, some of the things kind of made sense. But then there were some thought processes by the prison transport guards that were so weird and dumb that it was basically hard to believe, to the point where I just called it bullshit. You know, I don't know, man. If you didn't see that episode, go watch that. But yeah, Tenma managed to escape, and then they separated, and Tenma now, I assume, is going to go try to save Ava from imminent danger. But also at the same time, I kind of forgot, but like, Roberto doesn't seem to be really killing Ava yet. I've started to suspect that Roberto just told Tenma that to have him escape or something. I'm not sure, because I feel like Roberto, if he wanted to, he could have already killed Ava. But I digress. In any case, let's get right into episode 55 of Monster.
Oh yeah, she was here. She's fallen on pretty hard times, but her snotty attitude is still the same.
Oh my god, it is.
And which hotel was that?
The Stygent Hotel. I mean, come on. She's staying at a third-rate hotel, claims she forgot her cash. You really think she's gonna come back to pay her bar tab? Wait. Weren't you... Yeah, now that I think of it, you were engaged to her. He's that doctor.
He's that doctor.
Yeah, hello.
Police?
Just now, that
God damn
serial
it.
killer...
Gotta remember that it makes more sense now for people to recognize them, because they're back in fucking Dusseldorf, right? Germany? We are in Germany? That's unfortunately the thing with shows when everyone speaks the same language in the show, for obvious reasons, right? For the audience. So it's often weird when you're changing countries. Because, like, I mean, in fantasy anime, it's fine because everyone can speak the same language, right? Or at least you can assume that they speak the same language. You don't really care. But when it's, like, representative of the real world, and they're, like, changing countries and languages, it's almost hard to keep track of where they are exactly.
Put up on the rack right there by your...
But it makes sense that they recognize him here, because, yeah, I mean... Room 402. Dude, you need a hat, bro. Tenma, please, you need a goddamn hat. You need a hat or a hoodie. Maybe back in these times they didn't have hoodies, but like, you need a hat. Just go to a hat shop, buy a hat. Or steal one. Like, his face is so recognizable, like, dude, you need to disguise yourself. Put on some goddamn Superman Clark Kent glasses, and you're good. Oh. I did think maybe he doesn't have money, but I guess it makes sense. He doesn't have money for a hat.
Hello? Yes, excuse me. I'm trying to reach a lady named Ava Heinemann who's staying at your hotel.
All right, sir. I'm putting you on hold while I call her room. Please stand by.
Oh, sure. Please hurry. Yes!
We rang her room, sir, but she's not picking up.
What's her room number? I mean that I'd like you to deliver an important business fax to her, so would you please tell me what her room number is? Please, tell me.
Oh, sure. She's in 402. Our fax...
Ah, room 402. I'm still wondering, right? The most important question here is, why did Roberto tell Tenma this? That he was going to go visit Eva Heinemann, the killer, potentially. Why tell him this? There's no reason to tell him this. There's literally no reason. Unless it's bait. They're trying to lure Tenma there, or do something else. Like, what would be the reason to, like, lure, or what would be the reason to tell Tenma that he was gonna go kill Eva? You know, it doesn't seem like there's any point to it.
402.
Unless it's a trap. But then, that would have to go off the assumption that Tenma can escape his imprisonment, which, I mean, that's a huge leap. That's a huge assumption.
It's no good. Mr. Ball isn't in his office, and he's not answering his cell phone either.
I'm beginning to think that your partner won't meet with us no matter how long we wait. And here's what my reasoning is in saying that. Mr. Ball became Dr. Tenma's lawyer to prove his client was innocent. Then Tenma complicated things by escaping from the police after confessing to the crime. With his client displaying that kind of guilty behavior, well, he's left with no choice but to withdraw.
Since I'm his lawyer, I want him to trust me, but his actions are confusing.
We're all confused by what he's done, but do you even believe him? Do you believe what he said happened in Munich, Mr. Verdeman? Do you actually believe all of the things that Tenma has told you are true? No answer. To me, that means you didn't believe anything that he said to you, did you?
Ah, incorrect. See, this man strikes me as a logical person, much like myself. I would also not believe, but that doesn't mean that I believe the opposite either, right? I believe in the facts. I believe in things that I can see, that I can experience, that I can comprehend. If some person tells me something, I'm not going to immediately just believe them. On the other hand, if someone else tells me something, I'm not going to believe them either, right? So it's like, I'm going to collect more information and then I'm going to come up with my own answer.
And I had that same unsettled feeling during the library fire when he suddenly ran off to try to shoot Johann. Something like that is happening again, and Tenma escaped for that reason. You have to believe in him, just like your belief in your father's innocence led you to become a lawyer.
As a top lawyer, will you still continue to defend Tenma? They're going crazy.
Tell them at this time I have no comment.
Are you kidding? They won't take that for an answer. They'll eat you alive.
So you let someone in here without consulting me first? Look, I don't want to see anyone.
Sorry. I told him that and tried to turn him away, but... well, he insisted on waiting for you.
Who is he anyway?
Well, he's with the German Federal Police.
The BKA?
Ah, Mr. Lunge.
Over the Rainbow. It's quite a nice song. I believe it was the theme song of the radio station that your father ran.
So, who are you?
I'm Inspector Lunge.
Inspector Lunge. So what's waiting for us in 402? Predictions?
402.
Predictions?
That's
Roberto
her
sitting with a gun pointed at Eva?
Pardon me.
Huh?
Where's the guest staying in that room?
What?
Oh, the woman who was staying in this room. I was dropping by to visit her.
You were? I was told this room's guest was already checked out. Hey! You see? Told you that person was gone.
Ava.
It's interesting. Didn't they say that she was still there? But now, by the time he gets here, she's checked out? Huh? That's weird.
In the report, I imagine you're here because of the news of Dr. Tenma's recent escape. Even though he's a client of mine, let me assure you, he hasn't contacted me and I don't know where he is at this time.
Oh, so he escaped. Actually, I'm not here on that matter. I'm on something of an extended vacation. You know, in a way, I feel like I've made an escape as well. Having this time off has been refreshing.
Well, I hope you'll excuse me, but right now I have no time for small talk, so...
Of course. This picture book I'm holding.
Look, Inspector, I'm out of time. You have to leave.
Please, let's talk a little longer.
So you really haven't come here to talk about Tenma?
To be quite honest, right now, Tenma is the furthest thing from my mind. But the man who authored this book had many pen names. The only German pen name he used was Klaus Pope. Learning more about this mystery man became a challenge for me. I investigated further and came across the name of someone Pope was acquainted with.
Who was it?
Your father.
I knew Pope.
Oh my god, it was.
Records indicate your father had traveled to Czechoslovakia on numerous occasions. Since he was just meeting a picture book artist, his trips went unnoticed and weren't brought up at his trial.
Just what are you implying went on?
Well, I'm implying that based on my research, your father appears to have been old friends with this picture book artist.
Ah.
I knew many people due to the nature.
I knew there was a connection based off the scary face that he was making when he was listening to a piece of music. You know, there's all kinds of like brainwashing seemingly going on.
His work. He met and had meetings with countless people. That was his job.
So you're saying that your father and Pope weren't well acquainted then? Nonetheless, according to the investigative work I did, Klaus Pope usually met with people at his editor's house, or they would meet at his vacation home, which was an old farm in the suburbs of Prague. But when he would meet with your father, he always did so at a certain mansion, the Red Rose Mansion. But he never did meet people in that location while using the name Klaus Pope. When he used the Red Rose Mansion, he called himself by another name. The name Franz Bonaparte in the Czechoslovakian secret police.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, if you don't like that, then find a way to prove your dad's innocent. If the dad's a traitor, the son's a spy too. Spy kid, spy kid.
You see? And this is why I don't like children. Because they're so idiotically stupid.
I just want to learn about Franz Bonaparte. What can you tell me?
I know of no such person.
Please allow me to make one thing clear. I couldn't care less whether or not your father was a spy.
But my father wasn't a spy!
I know you believe that, but your father surely must have known Franz Bonaparte's real identity.
How is that relevant?
You may not wish to accept it, but it certainly appears your father knew what was going on in the Red Rose Mansion, didn't he?
No! No! My father was innocent! Innocent! You're wrong!
I'm hoping that you'll get in touch with me after you calm down. When you want to talk more on this subject, call me, and know this, I don't care if your father was a spy or not. I'm not concerned with that. My only interest here is to learn more about Franz Bonaparte.
Damn, this guy's fucking
My father was
trauma goes deep. That he's yelling at himself.
Excuse me.
By
my wife's
himself.
on the phone. She'd like to... Huh? Is there something wrong, sir?
No, nothing's wrong. Get out of my room, my office.
He's
God
calling
damn
from
it,
the
Jerry.
emergency ward at the hospital.
Who asked?
I see.
My wife can go suck a dick. Preferably mine.
Dr. Tenma!
Start driving now.
Just calm down. Listen, everything's all right.
I said start driving. Move it!
Stop pointing that gun. Just calm down, Tenma. I don't understand. What the hell's going on?
Where is Ava? Where is Ava Heinemann?
What are you talking about? Why in the world are you asking about her?
Don't play dumb. You really think I don't know what you're trying to pull here?
Trying to pull?
Don't stop the car! Keep your eyes on the road and keep going! I finally figured out what you're really about. You just wanted Ava.
I don't understand you. What would I want with Ava?
Spare me your lies. I know who you're working with, and I know what he's done. You're partners with that man, Ball.
What of it?
He's the man that I shot during that library fire at Munich University. I won't let any more people be murdered. Answer me! Where the hell is Ava?
Interesting. Right now, I'm curious to know what the lawyer's thought process is, because like he should know something about Roberto, right? Because like Roberto can't, like, it's not like he just appears out of nowhere, right? So it's like he should suspect something.
I saved Johan's life. That's what put this all in motion. So many people have died since that night. So many precious lives. I've seen enough bloodshed. I won't let more innocent people die! Why did you stop the car?
Is that true?
I told you to keep driving.
Is all of what you just said true? My father was suspected of espionage and charged. He was proven innocent after the fact, but it turned out he really was a spy. I believed in my father's innocence, and I studied hard to become a lawyer so I could fight injustice. But while I was still in law school, I found something that devastated me. I found decisive evidence that proved my father was a spy. Ever since.
Yeah, I kind of figured something like that would happen.
Since I could never
Or happened. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually, like, hid the evidence as well.
So I don't believe in anyone. In reality, I really was the son of a turncoat spy. Ever since I found that notebook that my father had written in the 60s. As I flipped through its pages, everything about my father
Notebook?
I had believed. All that trust just crumbled. The notebook I found was a detailed record of years of contact. Contact with the Czechoslovakian secret police written in an unbreakable code. Filled with mysterious people my father knew, including Franz Bonaparte.
Did he refer to Red Rose Mansion in the notebook?
Hold on, how do you know about that?
It's all falling into place.
Huh?
That man, Ball, he needed the notebook. It's probably why he approached you in the first place, so he could get a hold of it. Where is that notebook right now?
It's at my house.
Uh-oh. Considering how the name of this episode is Room 402, we kind of passed by the room very quickly. Like, I expected something to happen in Room 402, but apparently absolutely nothing happened. Tenma just went there and nothing was there, and it was done. Maybe they couldn't come up with a title for this episode.
I'm sorry. He's been here all right. And from the way he's left things, we know he was after that notebook.
Here's a letter that's made out to you, Tenma. I can't say how, but he must have known that you would wind up being here.
Help me, Kenzo. Please, I'm begging you. Come quickly to the Red Rose Mansion, Ava.
Does this mean that Ava's safe, then?
No. This isn't her handwriting. He's playing games with me. He's toying with me like a cat and a mouse.
True. The question is, what's the end game? Right? If we are to assume that, well, I mean, Roberto's smart, I think, but I don't think he's that smart. So I'm thinking Roberto, on the orders of Johan, kidnapped Ava and brought him to the Red Rose Mansion, I guess. But, like, for what reason? What is he doing? Why is he doing this with Tenma? You know, why is Tenma so important, exactly? Maybe Johan just, you know, likes Tenma and wants him to be his end, maybe. I don't know.
This is the notebook. Here, take it.
But what if someone else saw it? Your father's restored reputation would be ruined forever.
I can't be worried about that anymore.
Imagine that's not even his kid. Just looking at someone else's kid. Oh my god. Oh my god. The child has blonde hair. Oh my god. Johan went and fucked his wife. Oh my. I should have known. I should have known. Johan's fucked in the head. Of course he's gonna fuck his wife. Of course. I mean, if I was Johan, I'd fuck his wife as well. I'm just saying.
I heard everything you told me. And now I know why you're trying to do what you're doing. And yet I don't feel I can be of any help to you. But I need to know if I can trust you, Dr. Tenma.
I don't think you should trust any person who carries one of these around.
You should never trust anybody, period. Not completely. You can have some trust in them, but you have to understand that people will always put themselves first. And by themselves, I mean, they will put their feelings first. If their feelings are very strong towards someone, they will sacrifice you to keep them alive. If that's not possible, they might even sacrifice themselves to keep them alive. Whoever them is. Whoever they like. Their wife, their significant other. People will, in the end, do what is best for them. Not necessarily survival, not necessarily what's best as in like that they will always survive, but rather what's best in terms of what they feel is best. What's best for their feelings. And what's best for their feelings, if that means that they need to sacrifice themselves for someone else that they care about, then that's what's gonna happen, right? Ultimately, you can always expect people to be selfish, to some degree anyway. And once again, now, unfortunately, the lawyer, I kind of forgot his name again. I'm really not good with names, but yeah, once again, we have a character that kind of found out the truth, but now is kind of a footnote in the whole story, like just kind of, they're not going to be involved in the rest of the story. Maybe they'll come back at the very end or whatever, who knows, but like, they kind of keep doing this, where it's like, you know, Tenma changes people's lives, and then they kind of just, I don't know, they come and they go. It also seems that Franz Bonaparte definitely had a lot of connections, and I still wonder like what, I guess we're probably gonna see what's in the notebook the next episode, and we'll probably have Tenma going to the mansion. Meanwhile, Lunge might also go to the mansion, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. So I guess we're gonna have Roberto, Tenma, Ava, Lunge, and maybe Johan showing up in the Red Rose Mansion. We're probably maybe going towards some sort of confrontation between the four of them, the five of them. But yeah, Johan seems to be just fucking around with Tenma. I don't even understand what the point is, but just one step ahead. One step ahead. Regardless, I guess next time we'll find out, hopefully, what's in the notebook, and maybe more about Franz Bonaparte and the Rose Mansion. I still think that, I think Franz was some sort of, maybe like some sort of freaky serial killer or something, who killed people in the Red Rose Mansion. Maybe he was the originator of the brainwashing. Maybe he found out some sort of brainwashing method or something, and then he started brainwashing, members of the ex-secret police or whatever, one by one. That's why he had so much power over them for essentially like no reason. Even the guys in the ex-secret police didn't even know why he had so much power. It's like, I mean, that kind of lines up, maybe, kind of. But yeah, hopefully we'll find out more about Franz and his connection to everything else, I guess. Until next time, I shall bid you adieu.